She risked everything to save her brothers, then a stranger gave her everything back. The wind howled through the dark city streets, cold and sharp like a knife. Under a dim streetlight, a young girl stumbled forward, her bare feet aching. She was only 12, but she carried 2 tiny babies close to her chest. Her name was Mia, and she was fighting to keep her little brothers, Leo and Noah, safe. The twins were wrapped in thin, worn blankets that barely kept out the freezing rain. They cried softly, hungry and cold, as Mia whispered to them, her voice shaking. She hadn't eaten in days, and her body felt weak. But she kept moving. She had to. They were running from someone dangerous, the man who was supposed to be their father but had become their worst fear. Mia's life hadn't always been like this. Once, her home was warm, filled with her mom's soft singing and the smell of fresh bread. But her mom got sick and passed away too soon. After that, everything changed. Her dad, Tom, turned to drinking. The house became a place of broken bottles, loud shouting, and fear. Mia learned to hide when Tom got angry. But last night was different. He grabbed Leo, yelling that the babies ruined his life. Mia's heart raced as she fought back, something she'd never done before. She screamed, grabbed Leo, and ran with both brothers into the night. She didn't know where to go, but she made a promise to herself. She'd protect them, no matter what. The city was big and scary. Every shadow looked like Tom. Every sound made Mia jump. Her feet bled from the cold pavement, and her arms hurt from carrying the twins. She had a small backpack with a little formula left, but it was almost gone. Finally, too tired to keep going, Mia found a quiet park. She hid behind some bushes. Away from the world, she laid her brothers on her backpack, split the last bit of formula between 2 old bottles, and fed them. "What happens when this runs out?" she whispered, tears in her eyes. Exhausted, she leaned against a tree, still holding her brothers, and fell asleep without meaning to. That's when everything changed. A man named James Carter was driving home late from work. He was rich, owned a big company, and was used to solving problems. But nothing prepared him for what he saw in the park. A girl, barely standing, with 2 babies in her arms, collapsing in the rain. James stopped his car and ran to them. Mia was unconscious, but her arms still held Leo and Noah tightly. The twins were pale, their tiny bodies cold. James didn't think twice. He picked them all up, put them in his warm car, and called his wife, Sarah. "Sarah, I found kids in the park. They need help," he said, his voice urgent. "How many?" Sarah asked, already grabbing blankets. 3, a girl, maybe 12, and 2 babies. They're in bad shape." Sarah, who used to be a nurse and now helped kids in need, was ready when James pulled into their big house on the edge of the city. She saw Mia's bruised face and the twins' tiny, shivering bodies. Her heart broke. "Get them inside," she said softly. They carried Mia and the babies to a warm guest room. Sarah checked Mia's cuts and wrapped her sore feet. She warmed bottles for Leo and Noah, who drank hungrily. When Mia woke up, she panicked. "Where are my brothers?" she cried, looking around. "They're right here," Sarah said, pointing to the twins sleeping in a crib. "You're safe now." Mia didn't believe it. "Are you calling the police?" she asked, her voice small. James shook his head. "Not yet. We want to hear your story first." Mia was scared to trust them, but she had no choice. Sitting by a warm fire, wrapped in a blanket, she told them everything. "My name's Mia. These are my brothers, Leo and Noah. Our mom died, and our dad, he's not safe. He drinks. He yells. Last night, he hurt Leo. I had to run." James felt angry listening to her. He'd faced tough people in business, but hearing about a dad hurting his own kids made him furious. Sarah held Mia's hand, her eyes soft. "You were so brave," she said. "You kept them safe." Mia's voice shook. "What if he finds us? He always said no one else would want us." "He's wrong," Sarah said firmly. "You're not alone anymore." Just then, Noah started to cry. Mia jumped up, grabbing a bottle Sarah had made. She fed him like she'd done it a million times. Sarah watched, amazed at how strong Mia was for her age. "You shouldn't have to do this alone," James said. "You're just a kid." Mia looked at him, her eyes fierce. I don't care about me. Just keep my brothers safe. James nodded. He saw something special in Mia, not just fear, but courage. She was a fighter. The next morning, Sarah called her friend, Dr. Emily Green, who helped kids who'd been hurt. Emily checked on Leo and Noah. They're not eating enough, but they're okay, she said. Mia's done an amazing job. But she's hurt too, bruises, cuts, and she's so tired. We'll take care of her, James said. But then the gate buzzer rang. James checked the camera and froze. A man stood there, looking rough and angry. I know my kids are here. Give them back, he shouted. Mia heard the voice and went pale. That's him, she whispered. That's Tom. James told Sarah to take the kids upstairs. He went to the gate, trying to stay calm. You're on my property, he said coldly. Leave. Tom sneered. You think you can take my family? I'll get the police. They're not yours to hurt, James said. Go, or I'll call the cops myself. Tom laughed and walked away. But James knew he wasn't gone for good. That night, Sarah and James talked to Mia. We're getting a protection order, Sarah said. We've got cameras and security coming tomorrow. Mia nodded, but she was still scared. What if he comes back? We'll be ready, James promised. But that night, something terrible happened. A storm hit, and while everyone slept, a figure moved outside. Tom had been watching the house. The new security wasn't fully set up yet. He climbed the fence and crept inside through an unlocked window. Upstairs, Mia woke up suddenly. Something felt wrong. She ran to the twins' room and saw the window open. Noah's crib was empty. Mia screamed, waking the whole house. He took Noah, she cried. James ran to the security cameras while Sarah called the police. The footage showed Tom sneaking in, grabbing Noah, and heading toward the backyard. He's still here, James said, his heart pounding. Mia didn't wait. She ran outside into the rain, her bare feet slipping in the mud. She knew where Tom might go, the old shed in the garden. She'd hidden there before when he was angry. She pushed open the door and saw him. Tom was sitting on the ground, holding Noah, muttering to himself. You look like your mom, he said, his voice broken. She left me, but you're mine. Put him down, Mia said, her voice steady even though she was terrified. Tom looked at her, his eyes dark. You think these rich people care about you? They'll throw you out. James appeared behind Mia, his voice hard. You're done, Tom. Tom stood, still holding Noah. Come closer, and all. But Noah started to cry. A soft, innocent sound. For a moment, Tom's face changed. His grip on Noah loosened. That was all James needed. He rushed forward, grabbing Tom's arm. Mia snatched Noah and ran to Sarah, who was waiting with Leo. The police arrived quickly. They pulled Tom away, his shouts fading into the rain. Noah was safe, back in Mia's arms. As the sun rose, Mia sat on the porch, holding her brothers. Sarah sat beside her, and James stood nearby. He's gone for good? Mia asked. James nodded. We've got video proof, a protection order, and we're filing for custody. He won't come near you again. Sarah smiled. And we have something for you. James handed Mia a folder. Inside were papers, adoption papers. They wanted to make Mia, Leo, and Noah part of their family. Not just as kids they were helping, but as their daughter and sons. Mia's eyes filled with tears. You want me too? Of course, Sarah said. All three of you, forever. Mia nodded, too overwhelmed to speak. For the first time, she felt chosen, not because someone had to take her, but because they wanted to. Weeks later, things were different. The adoption went through fast. Thanks to James's lawyers, people in the town heard about Mia's bravery and sent gifts and letters. Mia started school and made friends. Leo and Noah got stronger, their cheeks rounder from good food. One sunny morning, Mia, James, Sarah, Leo, and Noah stood in a courtroom. The judge smiled and signed the papers. Mia Carter, it was her new name, and it felt like home. Back at the house, there was a party. Balloons floated everywhere, and music played. In the middle of the room was a framed photo of Mia holding her brothers. Under it, a sign read, "Heroes don't always wear capes. Some wear old shoes and carry love in their hearts. Mia looked around at her new family, James, Sarah, Leo, and Noah laughing together. She wasn't scared anymore. She was safe. She was loved. And for the first time in a long time, she was happy.